Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to another Mystic Monday. The theme for February is sacred sovereignty. It is all about owning yourself, not being owned by society, by addictions, by anything outside of you. It's to be an inner authority to your own reality. It is to live in harmony with your truth. And I'm assuming you are somebody who was not born to follow the crowd. Even if you were walking in line or following the crowd, your body starts rejecting it. So it's like you've been somebody who, even if you were wanting to follow the crowd or wanting to conform, your body starts speaking to you. You actually weren't created to fit a mold. You were created to be the change. So, welcome to this community of change makers. You are not alone. The times of the lone spiritual seeker or the hermit are ending for most people. It is time for us to find our soul family beyond our blood family, to really unite with people that are like us, that are the change makers, that are the spiritual souls with a spiritual mission who are here to live that mission in the 3D world, which means to practice what you learn, to walk your talk, and to bring the heavenly energies, the spiritual reality into the 3D world, into the most mundane moments. And if you haven't done my free bundle, so I have a free energy protection meditation. This is absolutely necessary. I truly believe for us to reclaim our power because we don't just need locks on our door of our house. We need to seal our energy. If we aren't sealing our energy, we could be thinking other people's thoughts, feeling other people's feelings, and blending with the world. Your separate self is a very sacred thing. Your individuality, your container of your body and your truth is a sacred thing. And you can't get in touch with your deepest truth if you are being infiltrated by thoughts, energies, and things that you're letting in because you haven't yet trained your gifts of psychic and spiritual protection. This bundle is completely free. It's got a morning shielding meditation to seal your field. I guide you through the practice. It's really simple. It takes practice though, right? The more you do this, the more you strengthen your auric field so that negativity comes towards you and it cannot penetrate into your field. This is absolutely necessary for the souls who want to own their truth and live their power. I have an evening meditation in there that will walk you through a clearing practice to cut the cords, release the energies, and protect you while you sleep. We are spiritual beings and we are tapped into the other dimensions. And before I started training my spiritual gifts, I thought I was going insane. Spiritual gifts show up as chaos until you start training them. I'm talking addictions, I'm talking emotional chaos, I'm talking just feeling like you don't have a sense of stability. This was so me. I did not have a sense of stability and I was looking outside of myself to find it. I was using drugs to find it. I was using food to find it. I was using the external world to build stability on the inside, which is ass backwards. I learned that nothing outside of me, no amount of money, no amount of compliments, nothing outside of me could give me that sanctity in my soul, that stability, that structure, that calm, that knowingness. It was all me. I realized that I was the one to build that. And my soul came here to learn how to create that for myself. So let's go into the topic of codependency. So, what I was just sharing is a really big piece, sealing your auric field, revoking negative energies, and putting a lock on your door, right? It's like removing the welcome mat at your front door spiritually. You're closing your energetic field. We all have this energetic field. And if we're not doing these hygiene practices, these energy clearing practices, things could be seeping through, and that leaves us feeling low on energy, depressed, confused. Here are the two big ones: confusion and doubt. So if you are struggling with confusion and doubt, it is time, my love, to seal your field and clear the energies right away. You can literally pause this right now, go get that bundle again, completely free. Just do the morning practice, seal up your field, come back to this if you want. If you want to pause this and go into that, amazing. If you want to do it after, great. But I can't stress that enough how much of a difference that makes for me every day. I've taught this to hundreds of people and they send me messages. I feel so strong. I feel like my power is back. I've released other people's energies. I had no idea that I was holding all of that. And I'd love to tell you a quick story. So one time I was driving and I was completely sober by this point. I'm also in recovery for those who don't know. It's been a decade for me, clean and clear. Really, really just amazed at that. And I was driving and I pulled up to a stop sign and my thoughts were going bzz, 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 bzz. I mean, it was chaos all up here, so loud in my mind. I was confused and I felt doubt. Those are the two emotions, right? When you're disoriented, you need to ground that energy and close your field. So I did an experiment. Mystics experiment. We don't just take the knowledge, we turn it into wisdom by doing the practice. So I stopped my car at the stop sign and I said out loud, commands and prayers are best done out loud because your ears hear it and your body responds. I said out loud, I close all of my psychic gifts now. And when I tell you, it went cricket silent in my head. It went absolutely silent, and I could finally feel myself again. It was like I was at a NASCAR race and it was just, bzz, 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 just all that. And I closed it and it was silent. I close all my psychic gifts now. I recommend doing that before you go to sleep. If you have night terrors, if you don't sleep that deeply, if you feel anxious when you wake up, there could be interference happening, right? Because you're a very powerful soul. You're a badass. You're a very powerful soul. And what happens when there's a bright light at night? Bugs flock to it, right? This isn't a fear thing. It's a power thing. It's an opportunity to practice your power. And then I turned all my psychic gifts off. And then I started to open them back up and say, okay, I open my psychic gifts to Jesus Christ, or I open my psychic gifts to my shamanic guides and angels. You can reopen them to very specific beings. You do not want to open them to any spirit walking the earth. That's a no-no. As you know, I'm sure in the spirit world, there's negative and positive, right? And so all psychic gifts off if you feel that buzzing. And if you feel like your thoughts are just overloading you and there's confusion and doubt and disorientation, close up your gifts, close up your field, sit in the silence. And then if you choose, I open my gifts back up to God, my intuition. Be very, very clear about who you're opening your gifts up to. Okay, that's one piece. I want to add something else in today. Codependency, all right? This is when you use things externally to make yourself feel better. I was the codependent queen. I've never said that before. I had a relationship that I was grasping to. I used pot for 7 years, all day, every day. I struggled with binge eating, with food. I was a professional grasper. Buddhism says the root of suffering is grasping. And you could write that down right now. I mean, that is a mic drop. It's called tanha, Tanha. The root of suffering, where all suffering comes from, is grasping. When you forgot that God is your God, this is how I say it. When you forgot that source is your feeding source, your source of validation, your source of love, your source of life, you forgot, and then you grasp on to other things because you forgot that you're not supposed to feed from the material world spiritually. You're not coded to be filled in your soul by the material world. I love the material world. I love money. I love beautiful homes. There's a part of your soul that cannot be filled by the material world. That's why billionaires can be miserable, yes? There is a place in you that only God can fill. Call it what you want. That's the mystic's choice. Call it what you want. Codependency is making something else your source when God is coded to be your source. So if you find yourself using things outside of you to regulate, overeating to regulate, first of all, you're in the right place because that's exactly what I struggled with. And I no longer struggle with that. If you find yourself grasping to the external world to stabilize your internal world, I want you to go to God. God, I see myself grasping. I need you to please fill me. You're the only one that can fill me. Again, call it what you want, call it love, whatever, mystic's choice. But what I'm saying is that every desire at the root is our longing for our own soul, which is one with God. We want that awakening. So every day, feed from the right source. If you notice you're looking for compliments or looking for validation, look, I love to ask my partner for things and hey, love, and but I'm doing it in a detached and empowered way. I'm not asking him to do something that I'm not doing for me. And I know who gives me security, and it's God. I know who gives me true sovereignty, and it's my connection in my soul to the one God. And Hinduism says this is an interfaith space, which means I love to draw from these amazing traditions and spiritual paths. Hinduism says your soul is one with God. And when we connect to that and we feed from that and we go there when we're hungry, I'm not talking with food, I'm talking, I need love or I need this or I'm trying to regulate with something outside of me. Go to your soul and pray, my love. Fill me up. Awaken me. Drink from the well that never runs dry. No one can take that connection from you. And that is the source of true power, is your reckoning, your remembering of your creator, not based in dogma, how you understand it to be your personal relationship with God. And however you call it, that is the source of true power, of true stability, of unshakable and unwavering confidence. That's it right there. It's not your affirmations, it's not your lengthy meditation or your oracle cards, or It is how deep you are plugged into the source of all of life. This is true confidence. This is true power. It's actually supernatural strength and supernatural confidence and supernatural power. So, my fun assignments for you, that's what I used to call them in my mystery school. My fun assignments are seal your energetic field. Practice when you feel, if and when you feel your mind going bananas, monkey mind, close your gifts, close all psychic doors. Experiment with that. You can reopen them to whoever you want, but make sure you're being discerning with that. And then every day, plug into the one true source and feed from the well that never runs dry. And that is your adventure that you get to go on and explore. And I'm here to offer as many tools and resources and ideas as I can. It's so fun for me. And the mystic's path is the great adventure of fucking around and finding out. Of sitting down and doing these prayers and building your own connection to the one true power and letting that be the source of your strength, confidence. This literally healed me of my addictions. This healed me of my binge eating. This healed me of my codependency. I've been clean and clear. I'm in an amazing relationship rooted in integrity and truth where I don't bend, where we don't bend. And I want you to experience deeper power and trust in yourself. And this is the root to my belief and understanding. Drop a heart in the comments if this made you feel alive today. I would love to hear how this supported you. I'm here to walk this path with you. So if you're comfortable, drop a comment, share this with somebody, invite them into the community. And I hope you have a beautiful week. Love you.